Have you ever felt like you were constantly parenting with one foot in America and one foot in the Philippines? Like your career decision is a referendum on your loyalty, or your kids' boundaries feel like disrespect? You are not alone. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. We are a team of parents with over 80 years of combined experience in navigating these exact cultural intersections. We personally research and vet material, sharing the most relevant insights based on our practical knowledge as parents. In fact, one of our moms, Cheryl, on the team is Filipino and has first-hand experience of what we are going to cover. Today's topic is absolutely foundational: the ultimate showdown, American mom versus Filipino mom. We're breaking down the cultural conflict and revealing the three principles that let you honor your family without losing yourself. Let's start with something that shapes every Filipino household, but has no direct English translation: Utang na Loob. And here's where things get interesting, because this concept is at the very heart of why Filipino and American moms clash. In American culture, the exchange is usually linear. If someone helps you, you say, thank you, maybe return the favor once, and you're square. It's a clean slate. But Utang na Loob? It's a debt of gratitude that never really goes away. When your parents sacrifice to send you to college, when your tita watches your kids every weekend, when your Lola cooks for your family, you don't just owe them a thank you. You owe them loyalty, respect, and reciprocal care for life. It's an invisible thread that ties Filipino families together across generations. Now, here's what surprised us when we started researching this and talking to Cheryl. Utang na Loob isn't just about obligation. At its best, it creates the strongest family safety nets in the world. Filipino families have some of the lowest rates of elder abandonment globally. Grandparents aren't shipped off to nursing homes, they're woven into daily life. But, and this is the big but, it can also become a tool for guilt and control. Picture this: you're a second-generation Filipino-American. You get a job offer across the country, amazing opportunity, great pay. But your mom says, after everything we sacrificed for you, you're going to leave us? An American mom might say, go chase your dreams. We'll visit. But a Filipino mom? She's invoking Utang na Loob. And suddenly, your career decision becomes a referendum on whether you're a good son or daughter. This is where bicultural kids get stuck, because both perspectives make sense. American individualism says, you have one life, live it fully. Filipino collectivism says, your success means nothing if your family suffers. So which approach wins? Well, that's where it gets fascinating, because the answer isn't either or. The strongest families we've studied blend both. They honor Utang na Loob without letting it become emotional blackmail. They encourage independence without abandoning interdependence. But here's the thing: you can't blend these approaches if you don't understand where they come from. And that brings us to the second major difference: how these moms define success itself. In an American household, success often looks like this: a good job, financial independence, maybe a nice house. It is largely defined by individual achievement. But ask a Filipino mom what success means, and you'll hear something completely different. Did you take care of your family? Did you bring honor to our name? It's not about you, it's about us. Here's where this gets messy. Imagine you're a Filipino-American kid who just graduated college. You land a high-paying job, amazing, right? Your American friends are celebrating your independence. But your Filipino mom? She's asking, how much are you sending home? When are you buying us a house? And suddenly, your entire paycheck feels spoken for before you even cash it. Because in Filipino culture, your success isn't yours alone. It belongs to everyone who invested in you. Your parents, your siblings who sacrificed so you could study, your grandparents who prayed for you. Now here's what's fascinating. Research shows that Filipino Americans often face higher rates of financial stress than other Asian American groups, but they also have stronger family support networks during crises. Think of it this way: American individualism creates freedom, but can lead to isolation. Filipino collectivism creates security, but can feel suffocating. The American mom raises you to stand on your own 2 feet. The Filipino mom raises you to carry others on your shoulders. Both create strong people, just different kinds of strength. So how do you blend these? How do you honor family without losing yourself? We'll get to that, but first, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the flying slipper in the room. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, defines the difference between American and Filipino moms more than how they handle discipline. And yes, we're going there. Let's address the legend, the flying Tsinelas. For those who don't know, a Tsinelas is a flip-flop. And in Filipino households, it's not just footwear, it's a disciplinary tool with sniper-level accuracy. You act up? Your mom doesn't need to get up from her chair. She just takes off her slipper, and suddenly you're dodging projectiles like you're in an action movie. Meanwhile, American moms are reading parenting books about natural consequences and timeouts. But here's what we need to understand. This isn't just about abuse or anger. In traditional Filipino culture, physical discipline was about immediate correction and respect for authority. It came from a place of, I love you too much to let you disrespect others or make bad choices. American gentle parenting, on the other hand, focuses on emotional regulation and understanding the why behind behavior. It's about raising kids who think critically, not just obey. Here's the tension. Filipino discipline creates immediate compliance and strong respect for elders. American approaches create independent thinkers who question authority. Both have merit. Both have risks. Now, here's what's actually happening in bicultural homes today. Most Filipino-American parents aren't throwing slippers anymore. They're trying to find a middle ground. They want the respect and family cohesion of Filipino culture, but they also want their kids to have emotional intelligence and healthy boundaries. The challenge? Your Filipino relatives think you're too soft. Your American friends think you're too strict. You're getting judged from both sides while trying to figure out what actually works for your family. So what's the answer? How do you discipline with both firmness and empathy? How do you command respect without crushing independence? That's exactly what we're going to break down next, the 3-step framework for blending the best of both worlds. Drawing on Cheryl's experience, insights from her relatives, and our 80 years of combined parenting wisdom, we've identified 3 core principles that let you honor both cultures without the constant conflict. Let's break them down. Principle 1. Flexible boundaries with non-negotiables. Here's how this works. You identify your family's non-negotiables, the values that matter most. Filipino values: respect for elders, family meals together, contributing to household responsibilities. American values: personal expression, pursuing individual interests, having a voice in family decisions. The key is making these explicit. Sit down with your kids and say, in our family, we honor both. You will respect your grandparents, and you can disagree with me respectfully. You will contribute to the family and pursue your own dreams. This isn't compromise, it's integration. You're not choosing between cultures. You're creating a third way that honors both. Principle 2. Transparent expectations about Utang na Loob. This is huge. Instead of letting Utang na Loob be this invisible pressure that builds resentment, make it explicit. Have the conversation early. We're investing in your education, and here's what we hope for in return, not demands, but hopes. We'd love for you to stay connected to family, to help your siblings when you can, to be there as we age. But also say, your career choices are yours. Your life is yours. We want you to succeed on your terms, not just ours. American parents, this might feel uncomfortable because you're used to unconditional support with no strings. But naming the expectations actually reduces guilt and creates healthier boundaries. Principle 3. Adaptive discipline, firm, and empathetic. You can have high expectations without harsh punishment. You can command respect without fear. Here's the blend. Set clear consequences, which is Filipino firmness, but explain the why behind rules, which is American emotional intelligence. Instead of because I said so, try, we have this rule because I want you to grow up safe, responsible, and respected by others. When you break it down, here's the consequence, and here's why it matters. You're teaching accountability and critical thinking. You're raising kids who respect authority and think for themselves. So, after all that, who wins the ultimate showdown? The American mom who champions independence, or the Filipino mom who builds a foundation of family loyalty? The truth is, there's no winner, because it was never really a fight. Both of these moms are driven by a fierce, unconditional love. Both want their kids to be safe, happy, and successful. Their methods are just a reflection of their culture, one that puts the individual first, and one that puts the group first. For those of us caught in the middle, the goal isn't to pick a side. It's to find the balance. It's learning how to honor your family while still carving out your own path. It's about building a life where you can be both a dutiful child and a fulfilled person. I would love to hear what you guys think. What has your experience been? Are you Team American Mom, Team Filipino Mom, or have you found your own way to blend the two? Drop your stories in the comments below. We read every single one. Thanks for watching.